This video series. Uh, it's been a gap wherein I have not posted any videos. The reason being, well, I tried recording it many times. Every time the file got corrupted, so I had to now switch to a new software. This is a Flash Express recorder, and it's pretty much working for me. So, and they're just not much, but little steps we'll cover up this time. So starting with this one, and I'm really thankful for the comments and the following. Really, it's helping me a lot, and trust me, this is purely basis my understanding. There are better ways to do things, there are multiple ways to do the same thing, but just I'm sharing my point of view. So let's start with this one. Convert the menu from static to dynamic. So what I'm doing is I'm starting from the last video till we completed. So, and all the source code is available here on GitHub. So what I'm going to do is, in fact what I have already done is I have cloned the same. Alright, so I have cloned this data, all the code from here locally, and I am just into that folder and going to run the build command, sorry, the serve command. I've already done the installation as well, it takes time. So I'm going to serve directly, ng serve. Okay, and this is how the website looks like currently. Let it just reset. Okay, so till the time while it's happening, it's compiling, let's see what we are looking at. So this is the website so far. If you do it correctly till video number 8, and for video number 9, what we are going to do is we are going to convert this menu and move it to the database. So what would happen is it becomes a dynamic menu, so you can change, load directly, and even put conditions. Okay, so let's do it. Currently one more thing is that that's working. Okay, that's working basis jQuery. So this menu, wait, let it compile first. Not just compile, it's taking time. Let's wait for some time. So it's being done, about to complete. Let's wait for some time. Okay, just about to complete. We'll refresh now. Okay, let me refresh this one. So if you have noticed that it works with jQuery currently, this mobile menu works with jQuery. So we are going to replace that, and we are going to do it the Angular way. That's one. Okay, let's refresh this. Mhm. I am looking forward to making some kind of a CMS based out of jQuery and backed with maybe Node.js. Okay, so this is what we have. So this menu is working. Now we want the same functionality, exactly the same, except for the jQuery. So let's do it. How are we going to do it? Let's go to the code. So in the code, if you clone it properly, you'll find that under navigation there is a nav menu already available. So This menu is nothing but just a template. Currently we have not utilized this, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this, because we'll cover up step by step on how to create this. So moved nav menu, not navigation, only nav menu to folder. Okay, now let's create this ng generate component nav menu, navigation menu. So we are going to create just one component and going to reuse this component at both the places, both in the mobile menu as well as the normal menu. I hope this video is getting recorded. Yes, it is getting recorded. I am so terrified with this software now. Okay, so again we have this nav menu. Now let's look at the navigation first. So what we have to do is we are going to move everything from this navigation. Alright, all these things from here till to the navigation menu. But before we do that, let's move every data point from here to the database. So when we say database, we mean in-memory data services. So let's go to in-memory data services and let's create one more database. Cost of time menu equals to okay. So what I want is id 1 comma title home. Okay, then link slash home. Okay, 3 4 5 6 7. So I think that's 2 4 5 6 7. So let's see what we have. We have home, about, gallery, services, testimonials, clients, pricing, and let's change it here also. Testimonials. Always confused in the spelling. Let me just copy from the code. Okay. So, services, gallery, about. And the last one, blog. Log out we'll do separately. We'll see how we can do that, but not here. Okay, so first part is complete. Menu is moved to database. So next we have to create a function that would call this. So far we have been accessing everything using a service, and that service is called config service. Where is config service? Here is the configuration service. Okay, not sure why it is showing different set of colors. Okay, it has got API. Now what I am going to do is I am going to create a very generalized function that would allow me to fetch, even if we have a database with just the database name, it will fetch all the records. And if we provide a specific ID, then it can fetch me the specific records. How it's going to help me in the future, we'll see. Let's copy this function here, and instead of calling it get post, let me call it get settings. Okay, and no, let's call it any, because settings can be anything. We want it to generalize. So setting and setting. Okay, settings. Alright, let's change this. Now we want to pass on two variables here called db or database. Let's call it database of type string, comma, and id question mark of type string. Alright, so whatever we'll pass on here will get passed on as string. So what is the purpose? So in case id is being given to this function, we'll utilize it. So okay, let uid unique id equals to id, or sorry, uh, or or null. Okay, so either it's going to be the id which was passed on as part of function, or it's going to be null. So basis that, let url let of type string, let's declare this first. Okay, uh, okay, uid equals to, okay, not equals to null. If it is not null, not equals to null, then give me url equals to backticks. Okay, api slash database slash id. Okay, otherwise give me up till this much. So the URL value will either be this or this. In case of database, it will fetch me all the records. If it is not null, it means it has some ID. Here I can put URL. Okay, so this function is done, which is very much generalized. Okay, fine, let's close this. Let's save this one, and now I'm going to go back. So we have the data, move to database. We have function to call this data, to fetch this data. Now we are going to actually call this data. And where do we put this? Okay, let's put this in navigation menu. So let me just copy it from here, complete up till URL. Okay, and I'm going to go to nav menu and replace this. So here what we need is we need a variable. So we need a variable. Okay, let that variable be menu. Okay, so star ng for let menu item of menu. Okay, this be menu item dot link, and this would be menu item dot title. Okay, this is what we need currently, and let's define this function. Okay, this is on initialization. Let's include input as well. So we are going to take this as input. Okay, let's define @input menu of type any. So menu of type any. So this variable will come in, and we are going to populate our menu basis this. So let's save this, and here let's fetch menu and put it between this. So app nav menu, closing this, and the variable name is menu equals to menu. So this variable we are going to define. Okay, so how? Here, let's get rid of this. Instead, menu of type any. Okay, and I can remove this. We ultimately have to get rid of everything here. Alright, so but before we do that, let's keep it for reference. Okay, this is what we have to get rid of. So let's keep it as it is for the reference, just for the time being. Okay, let's do it. So at the time of initialization, we are going to fetch the menu from database. So let's create function this dot get menu. Now there is no function with this name, so we are going to define this function now, and let's define a variable called database, and we know the database name already, menu, but it will be flexible if you want to change and switch to and see what the new menu looks like. So this dot database, and we're not going to pass any ID because we want all the values. So this dot get menu function, let me define here, get menu and database. Okay, get menu with the input of a variable called database. Now what we are going to do is we are going to fetch. Okay, I need to call the function that we define in the service, but let's call the service first. Private config, and this is of type config service, so included. And now what we need, okay, this dot config dot get settings. Okay, and let's pass on database dot subscribe. And what we want to do in subscribe, nothing much, but we want to assign. So settings, this dot menu equals to settings. Okay, this is what we want to do. And let's okay, this is pretty much what we want. Let's see. Okay. So when I say get menu, it is going to call this menu function and pull the data and assign value. Okay. So we're not using this one right now. Apologies. Okay, let's see how does it show up. Do we see the menu? No, we do not see the menu. Okay, let's do something. This dot menu dot settings. And also log on console dot log. Settings. Okay, let's see. I don't think it would work, but let's see in the console if we have an error or something. Yes, we have an error. It shows undefined not found. It's not able to find the API slash undefined. Okay, let's go back to the code and into the function. Where is that function? In the config service. So if UID is ID, or it is null, and if UID is not null, then URL becomes okay. Okay, will this work? Sure. No, not found. Okay. API slash undefined. Hmm. Okay. Okay, let's see what it is printing on the console. This doesn't matter. So console dot log URL. Okay, that's my yes, I'm sending URL only. Okay, let's see what's the value of URL it is showing. So it is showing URL undefined. Hmm, we are very much calling this function. Okay, we have menu. All right, we exported. Yes, we did. All right, so services URL. Okay, let's put this inside backticks. That should not make much difference, but you can definitely try this. Mm, no, it is still showing API undefined. Okay, so let's go back to navigation component. Now we're calling this properly in get settings database. Oh, that's the problem. That should be the value, not the type. Okay, it's working. Yes, it's working now. We have this menu. Is it working? No, it's not working. It is showing menu item dot link. All right, it's not taking the actual value. So let's go there in the code. Nav components and in the HTML. Okay, okay, should work now. Yes, these are working now. Now we want to use the same menu. Okay, F12. Here, once I click this, I cannot see any menu, but I want to see this menu here. So in order to do that, let's go to the HTML part, and same thing, I'm going to copy from here to here, but I want to make it visible only when the mobile menu is open. So let's look at this function. Navigation mobile HTML to HTML trigger span on click expanded remove class open. Let's declare a variable called menu open. So we can click the menu, the span, and it should trigger this. So menu open of type boolean. Okay, and we want to set this value to false at the time of initialization. Menu open equals to false. All right, and let's create a function that will toggle this value. So toggle menu. Okay, Okay, this dot menu open equals to not of menu this dot menu open, so it will just reverse the value. If it is open, it will mark it as close. If it is closed, it will mark it as open. Okay, and let's pass this here. See, we want this menu to be permanently visible, so we want menu open equals to true in all scenarios. But here I want this to point to the function, oh, sorry, the variable menu open. Okay, but this is going to not going to work till we add this here. So menu component, okay, menu open of type boolean. Okay, let's put this condition, show this ng if equals to menu open star, sorry, star. So if the menu is open, then only it should show this. Okay, let's see. But we have not assigned anything here. On the click of this event, we want to change the class also. So let's go back to our navigation component, and here we want to assign a function span. Okay, click toggle menu. Mm-hmm. What if we pass on the state? Okay, let's change this menu function, this function, particular function. We are going to pass not of menu open. Okay, toggle menu. Okay, let's update this function here also. Sorry, toggle menu and state is equal to state. So this way we can update as per our will. We can keep it open if you want to, and toggle menu. Okay. Mhm. So let's see, if I click here, it's saying toggle menu is not a function, but I changed this, right? Should refresh. Okay, so it's clicking and probably changing the value, but we do not see because there is no class added. So let's look at the code. What it is showing is that it is extending a class called expanded and adding a class dot open to the span. Okay, let's do it. Here I want class dot open equals to menu open. So if menu is open, this is that it should apply. Okay. Similarly, fine, we want navigation menu. Where is the navigation menu? Yes, navigation menu component here. We want the class to apply expanded class dot expanded equals to, it's recording. Yes, it is recording. Okay, class dot expanding equals to menu open equals to true. So if menu opens equals to true, then should apply the class. Okay, let's see. If I click this, let me just refresh it once again. Does not seem to work, but why is that? So let's see the original template. How is it being done in the original template? Okay, let's see. Should still work. Okay, let's see. Inspect. So when I click this, okay, it's open. It's every time open. So let's look at the code. Navigation component .html. Okay, we want this only when it is true. So let's see how that does work. Okay, we're changing the incorrect variable, or is that okay? Yes, should work now. These small little problems sometimes bother a lot because that function seems is not working. Okay, let's check it once again. I'm adding the open class. Done. Okay, when you indeed this is the function. Nav menu. Yes. Okay. Another click should change. Okay, let's see. So we added one more equal sign here, but that doesn't make seems to make a difference. And I realized that this particular code is causing the trouble because two codes working on the same DOM. So let's comment this out. Should work now. Okay, see, so when I click on this, it's responding, it's adding and removing the class. So this is done, but why the menu is not visible? Because, okay, let's see. Do we have the menu here? Add menu, navigation, menu open, false. Okay, but is it adding the expanded? Because, okay, it should at least show me the menu. Okay, let's see that. Coming back to the code, this part is done. You're going to go nav menu, ng if menu open. Only if the menu is open, then it should show. And just like if the menu equals, okay, equals to be true, then add the expanded class. Maybe that's the reason. mm, okay, it is showing ng reflect menu object, but it's not showing the actual menu. Let's see the reason. See, if you look at it, seems that something wrong here in the nav menu component.html. The reason being, if I remove this ng if, even the normal menu is not visible currently. So if I remove that condition, it starts working. Hmm, okay, we have a typo here, just out of confusion. Sure, should work now. Yes, this menu is visible, but this menu is still not visible. So how to make this visible? Okay, let's see if it is adding the UL or something. mm, okay, under that, yes, we have the UL available, and it has a class called expanded, but it's not visible. Let's see. Okay, here display is none, so we'll have to make it block, display block. Yes, so mm, okay, let's search this in the CSS file, and we have to change that permanently. Copy. Where is the CSS file? Here is the main styles.css. Control F, Control V, and let's change it to block. Anyway, it is not going to be visible till the time we want it to be visible. So let's see. 12. So mobile menu is very much visible, but it's not stuck on the screen, it's not going off. So we need something to hide this as well. Okay, so we can get rid of this now. It's very much working for us. Now mm, we want to take input back from the menu selection. So when I click something, there is something gets selected. I want to able to change the menu visibility status basis my click. So in the navigation menu component, let's include something called output. So just like input, we are going to set up an output, and let's call it uh, toggle menu. Let's call it toggle menu, and this would be of type event emitter. Okay, and again the type would be the type of event any goes to new event emitter any. Okay, so what is this? This is called event emitter. We are going to emit this event from this module to the parent module, wherein we are going to catch this event and going to make some changes. So let's create a function called change status. This is referring to menu status. So this dot toggle menu dot emit. So whenever we call this function, it's going to emit mm, not of menu open. Okay, and now let's include this. Whatever we are getting from here, we are going to utilize here in the navigation. So here, just like we do it for, okay, toggle menu, mm, we're going to call this function, and whatever event that we will get, we're going to pass it on. So instead of brackets, we'll have to use braces. So when it is a function, we use braces. So ideally, when I click a menu item now, is it recording? Yes, recording. When I click a menu item now, it should pass on the event from there back to the parent component. Let's see. Here, 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 here. But nothing is happening. Not working. So toggle menu, passing on the event from here. Same function I'm calling. Mm, okay, let's see. Okay, inspect, which should change the status. No, when I click, nothing is happening because I've not called this function. In the nav menu, I should assign it to the click. So on click, what needs to be done? We need to call this function change status. Yes, change status. Dollar. Okay, Yes, working, very much working. Now this part is done. Next, coming next in this video series would be that we will add a profile component. It's not difficult, trust me, it's not at all difficult. Just like we did for pricing, gallery and all of the components, we are going to create a plain simple component. They're going to show us some information about the currently logged in user. So how we're going to wire that up, we'll see in the next coming video. And thank you for all the support, all the lovely comments, all the nice appreciations. Thank you so much. Keep watching, keep sharing, keep learning. Do let me know if you got some nice videos for me to be able to work on and to be able to see. And nothing much to say now, just subscribe, and thank you so much.